tattoo. That's a free tattoo. I had that done by a chick, and it's a little off, but she was not, but she was doing it for free. So I think she did all right. I mean, it's a little fucked up, but the meaning is what's important on this tattoo. It's the meaning on that tattoo that's important, guys. Okay, the meaning of that tattoo is extremely important. You know, yeah, paranormal, paranormal. The meaning of this tattoo is fucking paranormal. Okay, that's what the meaning of that tattoo. It's free. A chick gave it to me. She's just starting out in tattoos, and I drew the artwork and said, "I need this because it's." She goes, "What does it mean?" I go, "Oh, well, like any person getting a tattoo, it's not really that explainable. So, but I could, but it'd probably not be in your best interest while trying to do the tattoo for me to tell you." So that's what I told her. Because if I had told her, she probably would have fucked up the tattoo even more. That was years ago. It was like 2002. I got that. She was Australian. She was a bit of a hottie. She had her tits right up in my grill when she was doing this tattoo, and almost looked like she's going to try to sit on my dick in the business. But I was pretty sure that wasn't going to happen, you know, just because they have to run their business, and she didn't want to give them any heartache. We did take care of it somewhere else. Yeah, I lived in pretty much a crack cocaine hood over there in Vegas a couple different times. One was in the east side of Las Vegas. One was in the west side of Las Vegas. One was really easy to and highly descript as a crack cocaine location because it was just so everybody was poor. And then on the west side, everybody had money for rent, everything, but everybody fucking still did that shit. So those people were going around. And, if you didn't do stuff on occasion, didn't fit in like a chameleon in the neighborhood, it's kind of like West Side Story without the music. If you don't fit in, you're not part of the gang. Don't even think about trying to be or even act like you're from here. So people would eventually give in and do a little of this, a little of that, whatever it was in the neighborhood, so that thug, if you will, would be more friendly when you're walking by and they wouldn't bother you. So that's how you earn the respect in the hood. Yeah, I ended up pure pressure, just doing stuff just for that reason, and it got kind of stupid. Yeah, but I made some good friends. They were just drug dealer dirtbags, but they were still my friends. They were still my friends. The one guy, he was a little bit too arrogant. He would just drive up in the parking lot and do all kinds of things to get everybody's attention in the vehicle. Like stop and go, stop and go, stop and go, run into the curb, and then park and then get out and go like this and shit, run over to my fucking apartment and almost walk in without knocking. I mean, yeah, he was a little bit crazy. One time I did some debt with some guy, and I was like, he was big right out of prison. He was a big old black dude. And you don't want to fuck with somebody like that, really. All his tats were prison tats, and I just shit. I was like, well, you know what? I'm a strong guy. I'm not afraid of anybody. So I took a debt with him, and he came by one day with loud music and walked up, and I walked out, met him outside, and said, "Bro, what's up, bro? You don't have to come by and do all this stupid shit, man. It's all good, bro. I got you tomorrow. Shit, bro. And the thing is, I don't like to take debt with anyone, but I always like to reassure them, bro. You don't have to come over here like this. I was just letting them know, man. This is a little bit stupid coming over here with your music blasting, and that ain't cool. And and he respected that. It was just an opinion of mine, so it wasn't like I was sticking my neck out saying that to him. It's just like, bro, you're making a lot of attention for no reason. Don't do that again, please. If you want me to talk to you, and he was cool about it. But seriously, he's not the kind of guy normal people would tell anything to. Like you, like a normal. So, in other words, I think he gave me respect for that. Because it was like, I was just being for real. It's like, how black people say all the time, keep it real. Yeah, that's all I was doing. I was like, keep it real, man. Don't come up in my hood like that. The other guy I couldn't help. He never complied. He would always act kind of crazy. And then the other dude that got shot by the Mexicans, he was he was he wasn't very smart. Got himself up in that grill of all those other people because he was selling, and all he had to him is just his piece, and that was it. I don't even think he had gangster friends, but none of them ever hung out there. Maybe they were too afraid to fuck with him and shit like that, or protect them. They were too afraid to protect them in that hood. I wouldn't doubt it a bit. I wouldn't doubt that a fucking bit because that hood was already on. And I almost got into it a few times with some of the local gangsters, young ones too, because their other gangsters like, yeah, man, tell him to quit buying off trade because he's fucking our business up, and throw rocks at his ass. Next time you see him, go to the dumpster, dump trash, and they would. And I stood up for myself, but yeah, it could have gone south. And in that location, there was always bullets and spent rounds on the ground. And this is Las Vegas. I'm not kidding you. But there was always spent rounds on the ground, always finding shit. And you're like, shit, I didn't even hear that shootout. I got shot once at going down the street. But the guy was ignorant inside the vehicle. He waited till he passed me up, you know, and then he stuck it out and kind of hung out the car like that and went pop, 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 pop. But you know what? Not one bullet whizzed by my head, and I don't know if maybe he was shooting at something else. I really don't know. But yeah, I was getting ready to jump on the ground, but he missed every fucking time. I didn't hear one whiz by my head. So, but I did see the flashes. And another time, that one dude who ended up getting shot by a couple Mexicans, he what did he do? Oh, one time I just barely said something about something or other, and he thought I meant there was danger nearby, and he fucking pulled his shit right out there. And there's cameras in those places. And started, where? And I was like, man, put it away, put it away. Jeez, everybody was on edge over there. And and he has no reason to protect me. I was just, he doesn't need to do that for me. Maybe himself, yeah. But anyway, he never did. He never had any protection. He just thought willy nilly. Maybe if he did, but no one was hanging out there protecting his shit. Stupid. Anyway, one time I went in there and he had shit just laid out on the table. This was years ago in Vegas, but it was just laid out. It was like 2004 or five, laid out all over the table. I'm like, he ain't even looking at me when he called me in the house. The door was wide open. I go in there, Jesus Christ. I'm looking at it all, going, well, fuck. I don't even know if I want to wait here like this with the door open. I said, don't turn around and look. And said, oh yeah. And he went over and scooted it all away from me, and then kind of looked at me like that and went back to, you know, Jesus Christ, man. I was involved in some shit. Let's just say. So as soon as someone leaves chat, from now on, I'm just gonna back off talking for a while because that's like, yeah, no reason to expend my motor mouth, when somebody jumps out of chat. So I'm not like a lot of these people who say I don't do drugs anymore. I still use recreationally, not nothing like I did in Vegas like that. No, nothing cooked up or anything. But I'm glad you left chat because there's no reason for you to hear all that, and I agree. Our left live stream, rather, left live stream. Because I'm lit, and I got zero in right now, and I don't give a fuck. It's pretty cool. I like it. Let's see. Do I have another? Yeah, I do have another. Not that matters. Trying to coax my dog to eat his treat in his bowl because he hasn't been eating. So we'll have to evaluate my dog's eating habits. This is not acting 100% normal right now if he's not going to eat. So I'll have to pay attention to that. He's a good dog though. He usually ends up eating. He goes on eating strikes a little bit sometimes is all. And he's a dog, so I can't. But what I will do is I'll let him know. Look, I already know a dog can handle food with bacteria, so I'm gonna let it sit out for another day. If he doesn't eat it, then I'll put it away, trash it, and give him another bowl of food. But he's not gonna make me waste food. You know, he's not gonna make me waste. Am I? Yeah, I am live, right? Yeah. You can see pretty much the biodiversity back there, though. I mean, it's pretty extensive, actually. Not all pine trees in my yard. I got some severe nice fucking biological fucking trees and shit growing. I mean, green stuff. Lots of green growth in my fucking yard. I like that. These leaves haven't even fallen yet. I'm not kidding you. We don't even have falling leaves yet. Where are you from? Do you have falling leaves? You know, that's what I want to ask because we don't, not yet. This is probably one of the warmer pine, uh, what do you call it, alpine areas for its height in Southern California. Period. End of story. So we get some really fucking nice weather before winter comes, and then winters can be mild here, and they get sunny, and I can go skateboard in winter here. So I love it. I love it. I want a UFO to come though. I really want a UFO to come, guys. I ain't gonna lie. I want a UFO to come. Okay. They're risky when they do come because sometimes you're keying into something that ain't what you're wanting, and then those extraterrestrials will come. They'll key into you what you're thinking. They have their own AI system injected into our genetics. So if you really want to call UFO over, you probably could, but you stand a chance of making a bad choice as well. So that's the thing about the involvement. It's really not about MUFON and gathering data. It's about firsthand experience and how you deal with it with a UFO. Um, uh, yeah, pretty much it. I wish a fucking UFO would come though. I ain't lying. I'd love that. I'd put that on film really quick. I got my phone here, so I'd also film it, and it would be awesome. And then I could provide that for my channel. So maybe I should use my warlock skills to every stream call over a UFO and just see if eventually it works. Sometimes they come because they already know or have their, their, who knows, maybe it has nothing to do with your neurology. The reason why they're coming is just timing. Sometimes they come because they have to do something, near you or on you or something randomly. And you may think, "Oh, I called it over with my mind," but no, you didn't. The fucking UFO just showed up randomly. Sometimes that. As a matter of fact, that's probably what I don't know. A lot of UFO sightings are. They're just random. That's it. Um, yeah, this I always smoke out of these kind of pipes, little pieces of metal like that. All right. So if anyone's ever in my live stream or want to watch this video over, they can. I like these kind of pipes. Well, I don't really like these kind because the metal they use is some bullshit. Look at it, starting to melt. But better not be lead anyway. So yeah, but if I could get some really quality stuff, yeah, I like simple fucking marijuana pipes. That's it. I don't like complex shit smoked out of. That's just me. And yeah, and yeah, way too many people say that on their blogs. And yeah, I could name a few names, and you probably already know who I'm talking about, but it's just ridiculous. And also, it's just people saying, "Yeah, that's it." Just yeah, and yeah, it's almost like it's become the new If you totally shook and saying the next thing you'll be saying is no worries or and yeah, and yeah, and you'll work as a barista. I'm just saying. What am I? They overuse no worries in the coffee shops. No worries, no worries. It's like a freaking millennial comment. It's pretty cool, actually. No worries. not a horrible comment to say that. You know, it's not a bad comment to say that, but no worries. I never, when I was growing up, no one ever said shit like that. No worries. The wind is starting to pick up, and I'm lazy. I didn't want to go skateboarding, so maybe I will. As usual, I've just been really lazy lately. I ate too much a day or two ago, and my back recovery was really good, and it's starting to hurt a little more nowadays. But it did literally go away for a while. My back pain. I have no explanation for that. Yeah, yeah. When I used to frequent my once in a while, certain people would call me killer when I was younger because I was big. I gained muscle by the time I was 21. I had muscles all over the fucking place, and everyone started referring to me as like killer. I swear to God, I don't even know why. The one thing I can tell you is I was one of the very few white people that had no issues going to get liquor on the east side. Sure, I would talk about it a little bit because I am white, but the key is in and out, just like that. Like the burgers, in and out. They won't bother you. Uh, they do congregate near the liquor stores, and there's a lot of straight up, people who are destitute, probably don't like white people. Nowadays, it might be a lot different. If you were to go over there just to get the right alcohol content, I don't know how they do it in Missouri these days, but at one time it was only the east side of St. Louis you could get the proper alcohol. But yeah, not too many people would do that. They would always get somebody that was a little braver than the norm to do stuff. Because I ain't gonna lie, man. If it was the tables were turned and white people were poor and black people were coming in our neighborhood, what do you think it would be like? All right, there you go. If the tables were turned and it was all white people that was poor, uh, and as well, don't you think there'd be a few white killings if it was tables were turned? It was all black people that made America, pretty much. Mostly, let's say they were all in Europe or all black. Let's just say that they came over and they just took some of the whites, whatever. Maybe even made us slaves. But do you think they would turn down an opportunity to have extra building humanoids all over the place? No, they'd probably buy right into the same thing the Arabs did to them, which is to buy white people for slavery. So if the tables were turned, that's how you get rid of racism. You just realize if the tables were turned, because that logic will always get you to the exact place of intellect where it would be. There wouldn't be any difference. There'd be white people getting killed. White people would have their own. Who knows? Maybe somebody else trying to control them to act mad and just start looting and pillaging. And that's what right now is going on. Somebody else is kind of controlling Black Lives Matter, and they're not caring. It's just funding to them. They don't even care. But no, they should care. That's all. They should care who are the potential ones manipulating that whole agenda. There's people with money, but what else? An agenda of their own. Are they black? No, George Soros is not black. So anyway, I just look at it like that. If the tables were turned, that's how you get to the right logic every fucking time. If the tables were turned, like for instance, if you were somebody that grew up and you were had a horrible childhood and you were who knows what, and just telling people about it was embarrassing, and you got older, don't you think you could fucking flip out? Yeah, and turn into a complete nut job? Yeah, sure. Why wouldn't you be able to? I mean, PTSD can do that to people. Humans are totally easily changed into another personality. Now, it doesn't take them much. Anger is the number one thing. If they can get somebody angry enough, they can make them do things. with another control kind of mechanism. That's what brainwash is. And it's always offset so that you're not really aware that there is a brainwash mechanism. So they always offset it, so you can't tell that you're being brainwashed. They also have to protect their investment. So I think that's kind of how it works. Mine I break free of, but I've been followed before by some covert motherfuckers. Okay, they've looked at me and I looked at their vehicle and I knew that wasn't any issue from our state or our country or anything. It looked nuclear proof. It looked like it glass this fucking thick on it out here. And that was during the COVID, and another vehicle came by similar, and they both had stealthy looking black color to them. None of this fatigue stuff, just straight up black. And a friend of mine said, "Oh well, because I didn't tell him about the huge, I don't know, it looked like a electronic self-contained robot troop carrier conversion, but instead of troops in it, it had just high-tech shit." That drove by the next day, but I wasn't out there. Somebody else was and saw it, so I confirmed that. And so they got really black project ass fucking covert ass vehicles nowadays. You can find things with similar shapes and stuff um, in various different departments of the military, but you cannot find these vehicles, or at least the one I saw, you cannot find it. Even the armor on it looked completely modern. Like, I don't even know how to explain. And you could tell it was this fucking thick. When I saw that vehicle, the first thing I'm thinking is that thing's got thick ass armor. I mean, that is not even heavy. That is super heavy armor. And it slowed down. It scared me when it slowed down because I was like, don't fucking, please don't stop and get out of that thing because I don't even want to know who you are. And then it kept going and it was looking like it was checking everyone else parked up there around the camp area. And it, kind of like a cop would do when he's reading people's license plates. Same kind of actions with this vehicle was doing. You could tell it wasn't going to pull over and people were going to get out and hang out and go, "Oh, isn't this beautiful out here?" No, that was a fucking straight up unidentified military vehicle. It was what you would call a ground stealth like vehicle too. I mean, it was black. Everything about it, even the windows, I couldn't differentiate them from. Like they had their own tint and dark tint, and you couldn't see shit in that fucking thing. But still in all, the thing was still. Now it wasn't oversized. It still had a general shape of more or less an SUV type vehicle, but it had that armor all around it. And it was quite the sight. I've never seen anything like it since, or even on the internet, anywhere in any military file. Does that vehicle exist? No, it does not. And as a matter of fact, I don't even know how it fucking got through this town, past this town, and up that way. It may have came from off road because other people would have seen it and knew right away and said something about it. And especially the thing that was looking like a troop carrier, all black, but it was really like a robotic fucking. Everything in it was is electronic. So it wasn't a troop carrier. I mean, because you could tell there's no windows, there's no gun ports on it. She said it was just a big black ass, huge ass like truck with fucking, the chick said the next day that I know, and she said it had all the big wheels, the whole like off road, you know, like it could do anything. And I was like, gosh darn it. I wanted to see that one as well, but I wasn't out there, so I didn't get to see it. on that day. But I did get to see, that vehicle. But I did get to see the one I saw. So that vehicle was good enough. I got my jollies off that vehicle because I could tell right away that was, and it was also by design made to look like it could almost pass as a normal vehicle. But unless you weren't looking at the size and thickness of the armor, you would never know. And I mean, that's what caught my attention was the thickness of what looked like the fucking. It had like waffle like armor on it too. It went up slight angle and closed in, and you could see it was like a foot plus thick, and it went all the way around the vehicle. Um, it didn't look like normal armor you see on a vehicle anyway. So, but that's what caught my attention. Otherwise, it would have just gone by, and I wouldn't have paid much attention to it because it could have passed maybe as an SUV had it not had that outrageous looking armor on it. And the windows, you could tell, were super thick. It was nuclear proof. Bottom line, that fucking thing was nuclear proof. It could survive a nuclear attack. And that was a cool vehicle. I've never seen anything since or like it again. And I'll run over it in my mind a few different times. It was interesting because the woman that told me about the other vehicle the next day, she and the other lady did not see the vehicle go by because they were busy. She was talking to the girl on the road, and she was in the vehicle, her vehicle. And when the vehicle passed, they were none of their heads didn't even turn in the other lane and look over there. So the vehicle got right by them without them paying attention. But as soon as I got up to him, I said, "Hey, did you even see what just went by? Because I don't think you did." And she said, "No, I didn't. I didn't see it." And the other lady says, "What, that SUV?" I go, "That was no SUV. That was no normal SUV. What just went by was some kind of high tech vehicle from some covert kind of military shit." That's the bottom line. Anyway, you know, it's tit for tat. Whether you need to soak it up or not, it's just something that happened. And that's another reason why people out here want to start a militia so that we can block off the road highway so we can own our town. If anyone like that comes in large waves, we're just going to tell them you're not allowed in here. If they start shooting, we got issues. You know. Hey, Radical Panda, I guarantee you eat chicken all day long. Actually, Radical Panda, I know directly some of the people are going to do that. This isn't going to be a Weaver cow incident where cows got stranded in the wilderness and they burnt too much of their grassland down. No, this is going to be, or whoever, but this is going to be another thing where you're dealing with a multitude of civilians who are pissed off. So, and I know you eat a lot of chicken, Radical Panda. A lot of chicken, probably Popeye's chicken. You probably eat a lot of Popeye's chicken, Radical Panda. I'm guessing you're probably 19, Radical Panda. I'm just guessing. Smoking a little Kush, man. And I'm wired. No, won't. Radical Panda, you're young, you have influential ideas. None of them are right. What can I say? They're trying to gain control, but they're not going to do it without our product. They're not going to cut resources. Their plan is just to put more of a rope over your neck, is all, so they can know exactly what the fuck you're doing with no camera following you. That's it. Like 1984, they just want to know every movement you make, and that includes the people in wherever you're spouting your interests are from, Radical Panda. Whatever your spouted interests are, it's probably be washed over by all our interests. So I hate to tell you. I mean, we're some busy motherfuckers over here. We even test our own populations, and we get away with it with provisions that Dan Quayle made to spray populations, and if need be, not even respond and no official need be present. We got provisions like that here. So if you live in America, you're American. Well, yeah, it's the best country, but hey, know that you probably breathed in at least 5 or 6 different chemical substrates that the government personally wanted you to ingest, or biological, for inoculation reasons, like let's see, Microsoft's Bill Gates kind of thing. Make a lot of money, hoodwink everyone, and like a lot of people in the past, just rip off the entire population with inoculation forced and paid for. See, I think right now he's probably peeing in his pants that people are so upset over the inoculations being forced and stuff, that he's already peeing in his pants because he doesn't want to get caught with his britches down when this one fails to work. Because I'm not gonna let anyone come and give me inoculation. All right, Radical Panda. I already know where you're going with this. You might as well just say it, Radical Panda. You might as well believe in Nibiru is up there, planet Nibiru, and they're covering it up with holograms so we can't see it, like a lot of people believe. I'm just saying. Hey, Radical Panda, I bet you're probably a good conversationalist, but I'm just saying. Have you ever seen my tattoo? No. Get some light on. It's free. It was a free tattoo by a chick, and I drew the artwork, but it has letters, but you can't really see them. It's a little off, but it was a free tattoo. She was just learning how, and I keep it because it's sentimental, and she did give me some of it. So I like what was inside her legs. But other than that, it was all a good experience, and I still like the tattoo. It's very meaningful to me. Very fucking meaningful. Okay, that tattoo means so much. You don't even know how much that means to me. It's almost magical. That fucking tattoo is fucking magical. Yeah, well, it's complex, and it's if you pay attention to all that kind of stuff, you'll get caught up in it. And when I say caught up in it, not really able to do much other than like an ant going under a car tire when there's pebbles all over the road. After the car passes over the ant, I don't think you can even find the ant at that point. But I'm just saying, it's not worth it. This socialist or not or whatever, however countries are going to force their people to live is how it works out. At the end of the day, it's what you're able to do in your country, not our country. I mean, if you really look at the tyranny of Saudi Arabia over its people, I mean, we all know they've been infiltrated by Jewish people. If you look at the Saudi princes, they got Jewish features. Some of them, a lot of them actually. The royalty, anyway. I don't know about how many of the people outside of them, but the Jewish people infiltrated Saudi Arabia back, I think, in World War I or some shit. Maybe, maybe earlier. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But anyway, I know for a fact. Yeah. I talk about different things. Fuck it. what am I gonna do? But no, if you pay attention, a lot of Arabs of Saudi Arabia, they probably love nothing better than all those fucking royalty to get the fuck out. That's all I'm saying. Get the fuck out of here. You are, and you can see every time they come over, they have to play this part. The leaders of the community, the sheiks, come over, and then the prince fucking pays them all a check just out of the blue, just for showing up. I don't know. Damn, this wind. I usually have this thing down before, but it blew a coffee over twice, so I would have probably had to install it a little different. Yeah. But that tree does cut a lot of the wind down when it's coming from that direction. Don't tell me this quit working already. Yep, it sure fucking. I'll be back. Hey, chill, man. I'll be back. I'm just gonna get another lighter. Oh, I got one. I got one. I got one. Cheers. Cheers. Actually, I was gonna go in the other room because I'm lit. What can I say? I'm lit. Yeah, I don't want this to blow over though either. So maybe I shouldn't put it there. All right. Be right back. Because I'm lit. Hey, I was thinking about starting every stream with because I'm lit. Like saying that on every fucking stream because I'm lit. And that would make me more of a standout, kind of, because I'm lit. Yeah, I might have to do that for an intro or something because I'm lit. Ugh. Yeah, when I was 21, I was just a bulking mass of muscles. I had shoulders fucking clear out the air. I mean, if I work out, that shit will grow so fast in no time at all. It's ridiculous. I mean, I got some amped up muscle building genetics without any extra fucking good body. I eat junk food and it'll still happen. I eat junk food and that fucking shit'll just go and it'll get lean. And it'll get lean. Now, given because of some back issues, a little hard for me to hit my entire abdomen properly. But hey, I could always get some lipo down there and make it work. If I want to get liposuction down there, I could make that shit work even with my back as it is now. Because I do. I have one of those bodies that, right now I'm trying to stay small, so I'm not working out at all for the past 2.5 years. I don't know. I'm kind of trying to stay small. I don't want to keep getting muscle while I'm skateboarding. That's an ignorant fucking concept. And when I was younger, my brother drew a cartoon of a big old muscle bound guy breaking a skateboard while he was farting. It was funny. And so I don't want that to fucking be my MO. No, I don't want giant muscles when I skateboard. Thank you. It would look ignorant too, especially if you got hella road rash all over those muscles. Yeah, that's true. I'm not really picking what's right for me. I'm already good at picking. I pick my own. What I did is I customized my experience through life. That's all I did. It's customized. Now I'm a warlock as a result of that because I've customized my personality. I don't. I don't trust anyone's data. I evaluate everyone from a almost unconscious state too. Sometimes. So when they say sometimes you listen to music, maybe not necessarily mine, but some of it will put you in that state. It's almost like euphoria and the alpha state, and that's also another form of manipulation to get your mind to actually feel like it's almost letting out its own endorphins just from the vibration of the music. And that would be a goal of mine if I could make people feel good as well and almost medicate them when I play music. But I'd have to get quality equipment and put it all up in this room back here. That's what and if you guys want me to do that, you need to talk. Just say something. And, I've never really had anyone say, yeah, go buy all that shit and your channel will grow and you'll get more. No, people just leave me alone. They don't even want to say or suggest anything. They don't want their pick either, whatever it is. If they got a channel, they don't want you to see who's talking on the channel, so they don't comment. And one already left, probably because I was already making the point that they don't even have a sub channel, if you will. And if they came and said anything, you'd know right away it was a hot chick looking at you or something. So maybe the chick's taking precautions. She doesn't want you to know that she's watching you, or it could be an ex friend of mine or something. But yeah, it's not hard to figure it out, you know, because I'm lit. Because I'm lit. Man, the fucking sun went down behind some clouds. I might have to go skateboarding now. Oh my god, because I really don't want to go out and start sweating my up in my swamp ass and fucking just continual skateboarding and whatnot. I don't want that. And by the way, whatnot is something a lot of Caucasians use. So don't try to act like I'm trying to act like someone else. Whatnot is something Caucasians use a lot in English, and whatnot. Um, another thing that a lot of Caucasians use, like nobody's business. That's another thing a lot of Caucasians use. Oh, you and it happened like nobody's business, and 2 seconds flat, like nobody's business. That's another thing white Caucasians use a lot, like nobody's business. Just had to get that out. And if you use it wherever you're from, that's cool too, like South Africa. If you're from South Africa, yeah, you use that like nobody's business. Say it a lot more often and see how your fellow Afrikaan neighbors feel about that when you say it, if they even understand what you're saying. Like nobody's business, because that's actually a Caucasian phrase that we say a lot. A lot of people say, "Oh, that's because you're a redneck." No, it's because that's white people fucking say shit. Okay, we have our own culture. Don't forget. All right. Is my fucking video flipping out? Buffering? See, a lot of people don't want to hear anybody pleading their whiteness case on any level. So that's reverse racism. So I'm pleading my white right to fucking do what the fuck white people like to do. And it doesn't include misbehaving as a police officer or anything. It just includes what I feel comfortable with. I mean, I talk to anybody. If I hang out with you, you better at least feed me bologna sandwiches with crackers if you're black. That's all I gotta say. You at least give me a lunch and show some mutual respect, and I'll fucking say right on, right on. But don't just expect me to be nice to every fucking buddy because I'm Caucasian. I'm Caucasian. I'll be nice up until a point where it becomes hindering every time I talk to you because there's no way. Now there are people that I actually am looking forward to trying to skateboard that it just happens to be a black dude, but I don't know if he's gonna do it. He's just all talk, probably. Just because I want to train somebody to do it downhill, and I just want to be able to say, yeah, I've trained people to do this. So I can actually train people to do this. Yeah, I do want to be able to say that. I do want to own the rights to, yeah, I train people to go downhill. And no, I'm not a slide, big on sliding, but I can show you how to slide as well. Uh-oh. Shit, I dropped some bud last night. But yeah, he was really nice. So I was like, yeah, I'll teach you how to longboard. But the truth of the matter is, I want a chick that's hot and I want to train her to longboard, 18 and older. And I will train her to longboard. That's what I want. So I don't know the name of this live stream or not. I forgot, but yeah, at the end of the day, I'm looking for a chick that wants to longboard. That I'll train her to do it. And if she's good with mutual closeness, that's also good. Yeah, I like women, and so anytime I'm on here, I'm gonna eventually bring that up. If you want to actually learn how to go downhill like no pause Clark, you just say so, honey. I will teach you. I will fucking teach. So I guess that's my goal. While I do my YouTube channel, my side hustle is any women that are hot. You can fucking come with me, and I will show you some things on a longboard first, though. Then, after a little of that training, we'll work up those hormones, and the next thing will be I'm up in your, southern lip grill, and I'm enjoying my eating time, and it's better than a picnic. Well, where are you, Radical Panda? I mean, Jesus. Damn, fucking other lighter I was using. Oh, there it is. Where are you, Radical Panda? I haven't even fucking disclosed any buddy to anyone yet, but I just want to know where you're from. California? Okay. Well, it depends on where you are. I mean, everything I need is open here. We got condoms down the street, and there's a guy on the side of the road selling gas caps. El Eduardo's used gas caps on the side of the road down there. He's making a bundle of money because people forget their gas caps when they come out here. Yeah, he's got a little stand. It's got gas caps hanging from strings, and he's got like a chip tooth, and his name is El Eduardo. It's very cool. He's a very cool dude. He doesn't even speak very good Spanish because he's got a lisp. He's got a really bad lisp, and he has trouble walking because he has a hernia, like on one of his ass cheeks. But he's a really nice guy. He's really nice. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I just thought I'd make all that shit up. Oh shit! I knocked it out of the park with that one. I knocked it out of the goddamn park with that one. Eduardo's gas cap, used gas caps. He had a big sombrero on, chip tooth, some roughage down here, unshaven like me, possibly a boil on his right ear, and a big a grin, teeth from ear to ear. Um, Overweight. Um, what else? When he walks, he kind of has a limp because the hernia on his butt cheek kind of moves up and down like a heavy tit. And he has to explain it to everybody, all his customers. Give me a second, I'll be right with you, and the whole 9 yards. That's cruel. No, hey man, that would be hilarious. I think if somebody made money with the used gas cap stand, I think it would be interesting, actually. Especially if it was El Eduardo's used gas caps. And if he had a taco truck parked nearby that he told everyone about. And my cousin owns that taco truck type of deal. That'd be awesome. Especially if it was a good taco truck. At one time, a bus driver stopped and this guy was trying to get on the bus. And immediately I knew, no, he had pissed all over himself. He shit. You could smell the shit coming off him and you could see it on the back of his pants. He was, it doesn't matter what he was, Caucasian, Mexican, Chinese. He was obviously suffering from over drinking. And, you could tell his whatever liver is probably failing at the same time. He had no medical. He's coughing like he had tuberculosis. Talk about fucking no. I told the bus driver, keep driving, man. You ain't picking him up, bro. It's not going to happen, bro, while I'm on the bus. That was in Vegas. And that a couple times things like that happen. Shit. I had to tell the bus driver not to let someone on because he didn't get it. Yeah, he didn't get it. One time I yeah, one time I remember this. This is crazy. I've told this story before, but I fucking remember Bellagio. I found a ticket. It was too much money in the ticket, but I pressed the button anyway. Because I mean, it was too much money in the machine, but I pressed the button anyway, knowing full well that in that high limit area, that fucking whatever it was, 13, almost $14,000, it would come out as a printed ticket, but I would never be able to cash it in. Okay, so I did, and I grabbed the ticket and walked off. But I knew right away, there's no way I'll be able to cash that in. So I got on the bus, and there was this gangster that was giving some issues to some me also. They just kind of like mad dogging me and shit. And one day I seen him on the bus, and I just walked up like I forgot all about it. Hey, what up? Hey, what up, G? And, knocking hands. What up, bro? Oh man, I was just in Bellagio, bro. You wouldn't even believe what happened, bro. What? I'm like, look at that, dog. I showed him the ticket. I said, bro, if you bring that in, man, just give me a cut. I can't do it because my wife works in the cafeteria there or some shit. I don't know. I made up some dumb excuse, and he was like, for sure, dude, for sure. He couldn't believe his eyes looking at it. And he walked over there and he tried. I guarantee he walked in there, and of course he ain't coming back to me because he don't know exactly what's up, and he knows he's mad dog me before. But he went in there and didn't come out. And, hey man, that's just how it is. Maybe next time don't pull your shirt up and mad dog me like don't do that because I might take offense to it. And anyway, so that's that story. I don't fuck around with people, man. I got interesting ways I take care of problems. Of course, sometimes I'll lay off and just act like, hey, no problem, bro. As soon as you fuck with a lady though in front of me, bro, it's all different. Okay. As soon as you fuck with a lady in front of me, bro, it's all different. I'll fight anyone. When I was a kid, my mom pulled me away from somebody who was trying to abduct a woman in a parking lot. And my mom said, no, don't do anything. I said, well, we have to call police. We have to get police. And she said, oh, no, just domestics happen all the time. You don't know who that is or what it's about or any. I said, don't try to justify it, Mom. You know, the guy was fucking grabbing her. She was screaming. What are you fucking trying to tell me? And anyway, so nowadays I don't put up with that. It's beautiful out there. I'm just saying. I'm looking out here and these tree leaves are starting to turn, but they're not really turning brown. They're just kind of got some yellowing going on, but none of them are falling. And this, I guess this is a maple tree over here or something. I forget what these are called, but it's green as fuck. It's like springtime green on that bitch. Springtime green on that bitch. Put your nose on the electronics? Really? Don't put your nose on the electronics. Dog. Yeah, I knew the sun would pop back out. Women have every kind of niche you can think of. I want a UFO to show up. I don't want a fucked up one to show up, but I do want one to show up. Maybe I should get my camera ready. Maybe I should get my camera ready. Maybe a UFO will show up. Let's get my camera ready. Maybe a UFO will show up. Maybe a UFO will show up. Jeremiah Phillips, we'll watch some of him in the meantime. Hopefully a UFO will show up. He does all these little skits. Oh my God, listen to this guy. He's a riot. Jeremiah Phillips, man. Straight up funniest guy. Some of the funniest people like this. I gotta see who this is. Look at this fucking truck. Bro. Oh, man. Ain't got no bags, bro. Go ahead. No, bro. Bro. No, bro. Hold on. I want you to hear this. Let's try it again. Hey, ain't got no bag. Hold on, man. This shit's funny. This guy's hilarious, man. What's up, bro? What's up, bro? What's up, man? Ain't got no bags, bro. Man, boy, ass, man. What's up, bro? What's up, bro? Man, what's up, bro? Hey, bro, this $4 too. Man, I owe you $1. Oh, okay. Hey, what ain't got no bag. Well, drag on my rough while looking at stay calling, man, huh? Hey, what up? I ain't got no bag. You making duck. Damn, bro, your TD Jakes for here looking at me, give me busted, man. Hey, I got the bag, bro. Hey, fam. Oh, damn,
Damn, bro, you again, man. You didn't even hit my beef, bro. What you need, big boy? I don't need nothing from you, man. Bro, them bags, man. The next time I call your ugly ass, man, the weed better be in that bag. I'm gonna whip your ass. Bro. Oh, these baggies? Yeah, bro. Every time you give me your weed again, man, it smell like booty. Hey, my dog had puppies. Man, I appreciate it, though, bro. It smell like booty. You know what, all right.
He's a riot. That guy's fucking a riot. That's all I gotta say. That guy's a fucking hilarious. Every time I see that guy's stuff, I crack up. Every time I see it. His bad skits make me laugh. Jeremiah Phillips, his bad skits that aren't that funny make me laugh. So you got to know that when he hits it, he goes overkill a little bit. He's fucking so funny. Anyway, everyone left as soon as I said that. So they can go fuck themselves. I don't care. Because I'm G-sticking for women right now. That's what's up. Right now, I'm G-sticking for women. That means I'm on my live stream for bitches to come in and say something. When they do, we'll talk my dick, their vagina. How tight are you? How many kids? But it's still tight, huh? Good for you. Maybe I'll talk to you then. I scared both of them away so quick. But yeah, you know, it's like, you know, I'm I'm a hound dog. I'm a horn dog. What do you want to call me? I fuck. Yeah, I'm a male. I have balls. I have testicles. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to start showing channels from time to time on here on my live stream. Different channels. I'll try to make it entertaining, though. Try to make it entertaining. I don't want to show you something that, you know, I just want to pick something you probably wouldn't surf, maybe. Just see if I can pick something that's so oddball you can't even believe it. You know, the tourist industry is just so blown away right now. Bald and bankrupt. Okay, bald and bankrupt. Let's go on that issue right now because I ain't done a video on bald and bankrupt. So let me just double check and make sure that that video I saw last night was actually him, bald and bankrupt, because it it could have been something old. Okay, it was 4 days ago. 1 week ago he did one too. Oh my god. Well, anyway, so he's back shortly after I made a video asking why he's so silent, and he hasn't said one thing about his virus. So I think he's under a gag order not to talk about his virus. Bald and bankrupt, whatever his real name is. He's being told not to talk about the virus. So there you go, guys. I mean, if that isn't proof in the pudding that there's something extremely sinister going on, I don't know what is. I mean, if he does do a video eventually about it, that's fine. But he hasn't, and he hasn't even gave us a clue. He supposedly had coronavirus. Well, let's hear him talk about it a little. For God's sakes, why not? Because he's probably got a gag order not to talk about it. He probably signed who knows with whom but he probably made a lot of money off not talking about his virus so that no one gets a clue it wasn't shit. Maybe he was only sick with something else, and those people don't want it to get out. They would rather all of you to think that he was deathly sick from the virus. Well, if that's the case, Bald and Bankrupt, if anyone, he would at least say something about it. He hasn't. So I think he's been paid off. I'm going to go skateboard this time for real. Later, guys. Peace out.